What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Zave's Corner. Listen, I'm so excited because we are in season 3, episode 3. And tonight I had to go and get some reinforcement. Listen, y'all, tonight, my single people, my people that are kind of single, you don't really know if you're single, you playing single, whatever you got going on. Tonight, this is for you. This is the typical elementary school, writing it on a sheet of paper. Do you like me? Check yes, no, or maybe. I was a little self-conscious when I was in school, so I always put maybe, but I hope they ain't really checked the maybe part because I really wanted the yes. But, you know, sometimes it'd be like that. Listen, I'm so very excited. I got a couple of announcements that I need to get out the way. First of all, this week we have just had non-stop birthdays. So happy birthday to my mom, Valerie Scott, to my dad, William Cloud, to one of our panelists tonight, my cousin, David Israel Lockett, who is also in the beautiful city of Atlanta, and to one of our former panelists, Kendall and Watkins. Happy birthday to all you beautiful people. So glad to have you here. Bless you, my cousin, Tori Perry. So glad to have you watching with us tonight, brother. Thank you for always supporting. Listen, y'all, it's been a hard week in the Black community, all right? 2 weeks ago, we inaugurated Kamala Harris, and this week, we lost the Queen, Cicely Tyson. I mean, right before she passed, our 96-year-old Queen dropped a book about her life, and then she went on to be in the ancestral realm with our Heavenly Father. So we are sending our prayers to the family of Cicely Tyson, her work, her labor, her love, and most importantly, her grace, her beautiful Blackness will certainly be missed here on earth. But we know that to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And so we say, rest on, Mother Tyson. We thank you for your work, but your work on earth is done. All right. So while we will miss her, we must continue to keep on the legacy. Listen, you all know typical Zave's Corner fashion. There are 4 ways that you can partner with us. You can PayPal us at greatfoundxr@gmail.com. You can Zelle us at 404-435-3089. You can Cash App us at $greaterlove1208. Or if you're like me and you still keep a checkbook every now and then, you can make checks payable to Greater Love Enterprises, P.O. Box 492574, and that's Atlanta, Georgia 30349. Listen, y'all, I'm excited because I've got some returning Zave's Corner guests. I've got a new face to Zave's Corner who I've been begging to get on, and I'm so excited. I can't even keep my composure. Listen, but before we do that, programming announcement next week, you want to be here and set your calendars because I'm going to be sitting down with my first love. That's right. You need to be here to figure out who my first love is. Yeah, child, it's getting real scandalous out here in these streets. We taking it back. So make sure you text your homegirl that's got a crush on Zay and be like, girl, he finna sit down with his first love. You need to see if you measure up. JK, listen, for real, we are in the season of love. We are in the season of Black History Month. And so as we turn that corner, our next couple of episodes will be just about that love. What is love? What is it like to be loved? What is it like to have love? And who better than to sit down with than your very first love? Not telling y'all who it is because I know y'all nosy, so I want you to come back and be nosy with me. So that way you can see for yourself and then you can screenshot it around the world like most people do. All right, listen, y'all, make sure you share this post. Make sure you like and subscribe to what we've got going on here. Make sure you like and subscribe to what we've got going on here. As always, if you have questions or you just want to join in the conversation, feel free to drop that in the chat because we'd love for you to participate with us. Listen, I've got enough talking to do tonight. Let me bring out my panelists. Listen. This first young lady, she is actually no stranger to Zave's Corner. She has been here before. She actually has her YouTube channel up and going with all her beauty tips and secrets. We have been best friends for, 21 years, 20 years. Has it been that long? Don't you cry. Please don't cry. I'm looking at her backstage. Don't you cry on me tonight. It is none other than my best friend, the girl, Big Money Q.
Why you always bring me out first? I just knew I was going to come out last.
Oh, you want to come out last? Okay,
no, I'm here. Hey, y'all. Yes, my YouTube is up finally. Y'all follow me on my YouTube channel, Kiara Elise. I'm helping y'all with the makeup, beauty, all that good stuff. You said 21 years.
Ooh. It's been that. You old. Ooh. You old.
Ooh, okay, you older than me.
Well, anyway, mind your business.
Right.
So glad to have you back. Listen, so proud of the work that you're doing to help the sisters stay beautiful and embrace their beauty within. Y'all make sure y'all check out my girl. And she's got something dropping real soon on the cosmetic side.
I do. It rhymes with Ip Gloss. Ip Gloss. There we go.
Come on, lip gloss. So y'all make sure y'all check my girl out, and we would definitely have you on the show to promote that when you drop your line. We are so very proud of you. But you know, you posted on IG that you're the spokesperson for the single people. So
because this what, like the second, or how many has it been? 3, 2 or 3?
I don't know. I stopped.
Right. So clearly something I'm doing is not right. That's right.
It's them. It's them. It's them.
You right. You right.
We're gonna blame them tonight. I mean, we're gonna accept responsibility. We're gonna blame them tonight.
I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you. Tori says, "What's up, best friend?"
Oh, hey, Pastor.
Not Pastor. Oh my. Anyway, listen. This right here is my boy. He gets on every nerve that I have, and then on good days, he really works every good nerve that I have. But I wouldn't trade him unless you had like an old Cadillac and a couple of $100. Then you might could have him. Wow. Nah, I'm just playing. Listen, happy birthday to my boy David Israel, representing the H-Town. What's up, boy?
We here. We here. How y'all doing?
And we're standing here. Only
because. Hey, glory.
Don't you start tonight. Listen, we gotta talk because this is your first appearance on a single show. We got some stuff to talk about. The Father's been good to you.
Yeah, he has been.
My Lord have mercy. We're gonna leave it right there.
My whole life.
Lord have mercy. I see where tonight's gonna go. Anyway, listen. Last but certainly not least, this cousin right here is like creme de la creme, top of the line favorite. I remember long time ago in those yesteryears when I wouldn't say I was getting bullied. She was just making sure that I knew women couldn't play me. She was, toughening me up to deal with the women's. And so I appreciate her for her tough love and all that she has shown. JK, listen, this is my spiritual sister. I'm so proud of this young lady. She is definitely top of the line, one of my favorite cousins. She gonna get a nap in, but she always. I gotta warm her up because she's nervous. I'm so excited to have one of my OGs, Kelsey.
Listen, I done told you, keep telling all these people my business now.
Look, it's like the third time.
This is their first time meeting me. You already telling these people I'll be asleep. I don't understand.
Listen, because if it's a man watching and he think he finna get with you, I just got to make sure he know what he getting himself into. He going
nap dates are necessary. I see what you're doing. You're doing.
I'm just saying. Looks like my favorite auntie is telling you hello to her second favorite. Okay, so she just saying.
Listen.
This my show.
We're not gonna get this started right here. We'll do that later.
Listen, y'all, I'm so glad to have each and every one of y'all. Y'all know how we do it in Zave's Corner fashion. This is a judgment-free zone. We talk about any and everything, but we will respect and we will welcome all ideas. We are here to be transparent. Most importantly, we're here to have a good time. All right. So sit back, relax, enjoy the ride, and drop those questions in the comments and let us know where you're watching from. So listen, Valentine's Day is coming up. Y'all all right?
Mm-hmm.
We good.
Right. We here.
Okay.
It's just February 14th.
My date canceled on me. I'm not all right. Did y'all already have plans? Right.
It's only February 14th.
It's only February 14th.
So plans with friends, yeah. But
no.
Yeah.
This is like my second
getting together.
This is like my second year doing like a Valentine's type thing. So like spending the holidays with my girlfriend. So that's something to look forward to. So I won't be totally alone.
I'm doing the same thing.
Y'all having a Valentine's? Is this going to be a recurring thing? Is this is just that's what we're doing? There's nobody out there that y'all are making Valentine's Day plans here?
I don't believe in Valentine's Day.
No. We just gonna get with the girls. We're gonna get fine for each other. We're gonna go out and have us a good time.
Exactly. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Wow. That's crazy. David, you said you don't believe in Valentine's?
No, I don't.
Let's talk about it, sir. Why don't you believe in the day of love? That's pretty.
Well, first of all, I don't believe in the day of love because it was never intended for us to give gifts. It was intended on Christians to get married on that day. And I feel like we focus so much on the gift giving that we forget the reason of love. So if you do what you're supposed to do the other 300 and so odd days, I feel like February the 14th shouldn't be a special day to get a gift.
But it's okay to set aside a particular day just to, make your girl feel good. Yeah,
So so if we focus on that day, do we take the less, the other days?
Well,
Because if I'm in a relationship, she get flowers once a week.
Once a week? Oh, okay then. But you're not in a relationship right now. You're not.
No.
I'm asking.
I'm not in a real relationship right now.
A real one? So there are fake ones and real ones? Oh,
there's
my
a
God.
possibility out there.
Okay.
But yeah. We're not getting to that.
A possibility.
You got two and a possible? What are we playing?
No, I only got two. Holding is still right.
Anyway, David, I don't have time for your foolishness tonight. So y'all are cool with Valentine's Day, but talk to me. We are in a pandemic, so it's very hard to date. It is very hard to date. It's very hard to go out. One, because you don't want to risk getting COVID, but two, you want to make sure that when you do go out, like that person is worth your time and energy. Where are you all at with your energy? Are you investing it? Are you just kind of going with the flow? Are you taking dates here and there? Are you like, nope, after 2 minutes of us texting and talking, you ain't it? Like, talk to me. Like, what is that process like for you right now?
Well, for me, like I'm taking dates. I'm not really, my whole thing is now when I'm dating, I don't have any expectations. So if it works out, cool. If it don't, cool. I'm more alert for like red flags now. So I know what I like and I know what I don't like. Like I went on a date like 2 weeks ago and the dude was cool. We had a good time, literally talked for a week. And now we don't even talk anymore because I'm just like, my patience is really short. So if I see you doing something that I don't like, it's okay to, be able to be like, hey, it's not working between us. Let's just go our separate ways. And then you go on to the next dude. I mean, it's just, I'm learning the dating life in Atlanta. Although it's pretty trash. But,
so just to be clear, he didn't like tell you that like he wasn't vibing with you anymore. He just stopped talking?
No, that was me.
Oh, you? Oh,
she ghosted.
Yeah.
So you ghosted
him? I didn't ghost him, but I could see that we would kind of like not necessarily argue, but we would go back and forth over like small things. And I'm like, we just met. So why are we kind of butting heads so much already? And I was just like, yeah, no, this is a red flag. I'm not about to do this with you. Cause I've been in a relationship like that before. And I'm not trying to do it again. So yeah, it was me. I was like, yeah, it's just not working out.
It's the profuse handshake, Kelsey. You're agreeing with this? Are you like the queen of ghosting or something?
No, I agree with what she's saying though. But if she's seeing these red flags that early on, go ahead and cut it off. Because at this point, we don't have time to be wasting time. You know what I mean? Exactly. And I'm on the same thing that she's on. I just got out of a situationship.
Come on, situationship.
You said what?
Come on, situationship. We love them.
Yeah, just got out of one of them that like completely broke my little heart. So now that I've gotten over it, well, not still learning to get over it, and having like a newfound confidence, a new energy. Like I don't have time to waste on anybody that plans on wasting my time. What I'm doing now is really just focusing on myself and doing what I want to do. And anyone that comes into my life while I'm doing that, if they can compliment me, then you can go along with me. But if it's anything that I got to compromise, well, too much of a compromise, I'll say, or anything that's taken away from me, anything that's like causing a distraction, you got to go. So I feel, sis, it's just you get cut off, period.
And you move on to the next.
David, let's the sisters are saying they're not tolerating certain things. Where are you at? Are you like, hey, I see Shorty, she's cute, I'm digging her. 10 minutes in, you realize that the elevator don't go to the top, or you gonna keep pursuing her, or you gonna leave her where she's at? Like, what's up?
Well, I'm different because I don't date unless we're serious.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just, I'm
a businessman. So I know a lot of women out here they're either starving because they can't afford a meal, and so they're looking to go on a date so you can feed them, or they're just looking to waste time, just as well as men are. And I feel like we don't value the importance of not only other people's time, but we don't value our own time enough to set boundaries. So I don't date purposely because I need to know that you're already invested. So I can sense by the conversation, how do we conversate on a day-to-day, XYZ, woo. And then I ask different questions. What are we? Are we friends or are we together? If she say friends, well, we can go out and hang out. You can pay for your food and I can pay for mine. You know what I'm saying? Because we're friends. Now, if we're talking or we're trying to work on something and that's established between both of us, which it helps her and it helps me as well. Then I can sacrifice my, my few dollars to take you to. I don't eat McDonald's, so we'll upscale to Wendy's 4 for 4.
Oh Lord.
We love a 4 for 4. We love it.
No, I'm playing.
Kelsey, you was all for it at first, Kelsey. You was all for it at first.
I thought you were gonna say something else. We upgrade to a 4. Oh no, sir.
No, I definitely invest in what's necessary, but if it's necessary, I'm not going to invest.
You got to protect your energy, King. You got to protect your energy because the women's out here, they is playing games, man. They out here.
All of them, though.
Well,
yeah.
It's a lot.
No.
It's a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I think that's the hardest thing in our generation is nobody really knows what they want. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people date to find out. Well, me, that's a waste of money if you're trying to figure out if you want me. I need you to know. And so at the end of the day, we're wasting so much time trying to find out if this is the right person, but we don't know truly what we want. We don't know our type because we haven't spent enough time to find out who we really are as individuals.
So let me ask you a question. And I love this comment that Bakia just dropped. Hey, Smooch. It says knowing their intentions up front are so important. So how soon are you all having that conversation with someone about their true intentions? Like after I get your number, we gonna text days, or it's like, listen, I got your number. Hey, how you doing? My name is Xavier. What you want with me? Like,
that's what I'm doing now. Yeah, because I'm laying it all out. Hey, what are you looking for? What are your intentions? Like I told you earlier, like the whole sexual aspect is going, so I'm letting you know up front. So if all you want is sex, you might want to find somebody else because you ain't getting nothing over here. So
not
yeah.
five.
So you definitely, I feel like you got to lay that all out. So so you don't be wasting my time and I don't waste your time.
Oh, child, I could have had this conversation like a couple of weeks ago before
friend.
You didn't lose anything.
I lost my money. That's the biggest thing. I lost my money.
Later.
I'm like, Julius off everybody. Hey, Chris, I don't want to lose my money.
No, you don't need to lose it. Mm-hmm.
But, that's so important, y'all, because, the dating scene is so complex. And now, we take for granted kind of that elementary puppy love where it was like, do you like me? Oh, you like me? Okay, now we boyfriend and girlfriend, right? In hindsight, it looked like it was so simple and there was really no levels to it, but that was the most simplistic place to be with dating. Now we're texting and communicating and now we're talking and now we're hanging out and now we're dating exclusively. Okay, now we're actually intimate and now we're in a relationship. It's like by the time you get there, baby, I'm tired. Yeah, like I'm first of all, I'm emotionally overwhelmed because every time I get ready to introduce you to my friends, I got to update them on the next stage that we're at, right? But then it's like I don't even know if you feel the same way that I do, or if you're really here for a free meal. Like this one girl told me, she was like, I really don't want to just go out with you just for a free meal. And I was like, you know what? I respect you, but could you tell that to the other 2-3 girls that I was trying to holler at, and they can't be that honest? No.
Girls really don't be having money out here. I'm confused.
I don't know if it's they don't have money or they just
going on.
How old are these women?
Okay, because I've never done that before. Like never.
Honey.
Oh no, they exist.
But where are you meeting them?
Oh, well, at church, at the job.
Just like y'all meet bad men, we meet bad women.
Yes.
No, I definitely believe that. Just based off a conversation with other women, like they really like what is a testament to what you're saying. They really just go out on date just because they want a free meal, and not just the woman that I am and the type of women that I hang out with. I can't fathom. I don't understand it. Right. So I definitely get what y'all saying, but I thought that it would be more recognizable, maybe like a red flag with these types of women, but I guess not.
Well, that's not true because even with, I'm sorry, it's your show.
No, you good. Go ahead.
No, I don't think that's true because at the end of the day, it could be a red flag, but if we paid attention to red flags, we wouldn't be in situationships. at the end of the day, you never know someone's true intentions until they show you. And so, like, even with the whole asking people what their intentions are up front, N-words lie every day. People make a career out of lying. And so I don't know if I can say that word, to the general public who's watching.
They know.
Right.
Can we say whatever? We free to say whatever we want to say.
I mean, it's your mouth. I can't stop you.
Ooh,
right. Yeah. And so at the end of the day, you may not know them, but that's because your birds of a feather flock together. So the ones who are like that, they not hanging out with y'all because y'all have values and stuff like that. I was in a relationship. I'm not gonna say which one.
Let's hear it.
I committed, right? I committed, but they weren't ready. You know what I'm saying? Every woman says they want a good man until they get one and don't know what to do with it. We don't come with instructions, so you have to make adjustments to keep them. So I committed. And they was having a hard time with, I guess, the level of commitment I was providing. But then that individual started talking to like their relatives, like who are older and friends who are older. And they're like, girl, you stupid. You got a man who committed to you. He flaunts you. He does this, that, and the third. And you struggling because of what? When we over here single and miserable. So at the end of the day, you may not see it because that's not what you're around. If she stays around her friends, she doesn't hear the other's perspective of why you should take advantage of the good man. So yeah.
I think the problem that we encounter, and I think it's on both sides of the spectrum, is everybody's afraid to get hurt. Right. That's really what it boils down to. Like, nobody wants to be hurt. And I remember a particular situation that I also want date stamp, but I was just like, yo, like, you dig me, I dig you. Like, what's up? Like, we done spent all this time together. Like, what's good? And they was like, oh, I don't really feel that way. And it was like, I done spent all this time with you. That's something I can't get back. Like, I mean, we could list the 5 love languages, but quality time is always at the top because you can't get your time back. I can remake my money. Shoot, I can buy more gifts, but you can't get your time back. And they was just like, yeah, like, I don't feel the same. And it's like, bro, after we just spent all this time together, you don't feel nothing, like nothing in your heart. You get no little butterflies or nothing. Yeah. But then it's like, but you still got to be a good man because you can't go out here and have the hurt face on. You know what I mean? So everybody essentially is afraid of getting hurt. I guess the question really is, what are you doing to protect yourself and still be vulnerable? Because there's a level of vulnerability that you got to have when you're dating.
I think what's taught me, like I said, I'm still going through my self-development phase, but I feel like I've learned to protect my energy through boundaries. And basically, I've learned what I will and will not accept. And I pay attention to people's actions and as well as their patterns. So, you know how we said that we're gonna like during text, we initially ask people, what are your intentions? I'm gonna ask you that, we can kiki it up for the first couple minutes or whatever, but then I'm gonna ask you that question, and then I keep it in the back of my mind, this is what you said. But then I'm paying heavy attention to what you're actually doing. So if your words and your actions is not adding up, at that point, it's up to me to decide, okay, this is what I'm willing to accept. This person is or is not meeting it. Are they allowed to stay or are they allowed to go? You know what I mean? Or am I going to force them to go? You know what I mean? So I think that's how we learn to if it's even safe for us to be vulnerable with that person. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm approaching dating now.
Definitely being straightforward and ask it up front, not just allowing that time to pass. Letting people get too comfortable in a position that they might not be qualified for.
And I'm gonna hold you accountable too. Like that goes along with boundaries as well. Because if you said that your intention is to be in a relationship, but you still out here, look at Brian. So if your intentions is you said you want to be out here in a relationship, but or your intentions is to be with me, you're still out here entertaining A, B, and C, that's completely fine. You do what you want to do, but you're not gonna do it with me, So that's.
Do y'all have a list? Do you have a list of what you're looking for? Ladies, you have a list. David, do you have a list?
Yes or no?
But it's not like it's not long. Mine's is very like
it's not closed, but
simple.
Kelsey, yours is
specific. Yes.
Oh my, David,
because I'm into all the spiritual things.
Yeah,
so I believe in asking and writing down exactly what I'm looking for and exactly what I want. So yeah, it's long.
That's true. My friend just told me about that. She was like, I need to get more specific. Like just when I'm like praying and talking to God, like I just, especially when it comes to like what I'm looking for, that is true. She was like, I need to be specific. So maybe I'll do that.
Yes.
Can I
it's very
interject?
From the look down to, just because you're single don't mean you available or you want to be in a relationship. Just because you want to be in a relationship don't mean you want to be monogamous. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So mine is very specific. We got 2 pages of notes going on here.
Oh, 2 page, front and back?
Front and back.
Oh, baby, you got a novel. Okay. David, David, you on the fence. Give me the no first, and then I want to hear the yes. Give me the no.
Well, my biggest thing is everybody. Well, I'm very involved. I haven't always been like this, but I'm very a big believer in being who you're supposed to be in Christ, quote unquote. So I feel like a lot of times as believers, we have an idea of what we want, and it may be something that's completely wrong for us. So because at the end of the day, whoever we're with, we still have to continue to grow. So yeah, what you want may be good enough to quote unquote get you there. But once you're there, what happens? Do you stop growing or do you continue going further? And so at the end of the day, you may love tall, dark, and handsome, but you may need somebody who's fat and out of shape and a little ugly on the side, because tall, dark, and handsome man continue to cheat on you and hurt you and treat you any type of way. And the fat man gonna love you and cook for you and make you big too. But you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we don't give time, to, it's nothing wrong with having your desires, but we can't close down at our desires and leave him out and just expect him to give us what we want. It doesn't work like that. So at the end of the day, because you need what's going to push you to become better, not somebody who's going to watch you and let you be good enough as you are.
And all of those things have been taken accounted for in my list. So I want someone that I can grow with, someone that I think when we hear a list, it sounds superficial. Like, I don't know if you remember back in the day when was it Chili from TLC? She had her reality TV show, and she was saying like he got to be 6 feet tall, he got to make this amount of money, he got to do this and that. It's not that. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm speaking of. Like my list, and it details a man that's like has integrity. Like I said, someone that I can grow with, someone that's already heal from their traumas, because I'm the type of person where like
that's a big one.
I'm a healer myself, so I tend to attract men that want me to heal them or that want me to grow them. And at this point, I'm not doing that anymore. And I've done it myself. I feel like I've done the work, all of the things that I feel like I need to work on personally. I'm able to recognize it in myself so that I can work on it and become better on my own. I'm not allowing myself to be codependent on anybody or for anybody to be codependent on me. It's not my job to raise anyone else. So I think initially when I said that I have this detailed 2-page list, I think that you were thinking of it as like, I'm saying he has to look a certain way, That's not what I mean. I'm talking about the qualities that I know that I need from a partner that will help me to grow and that will allow for me to do the same for him, that we can help each other, because I don't believe in a relationship where your partner is supposed to complete you. I think you're supposed to come whole within yourself already, or at least already know what it is that you need to work on. So it's not your partner's responsibility to grow you up. So
I wasn't responding.
To help compliment. What were you saying?
I wasn't responding to you. I was just answering the question.
Let me put a pin right here, because Tori asked a great question, and I think I can attest to having struggling with this. What if you're assigned to heal them, right? Because Kelsey, you spoke about having that virtue of healing, right? And so often I think people that genuinely have a big heart, that just have that open heart and that comforting, welcoming space, they oftentimes end up with broken people, right?
Yeah.
And so the hardest part is when you make an investment into something, you're tied to it. Taking out sexual interaction of it, right? But if I take the time to invest in your mental well-being, your spiritual well-being, your psychological well-being, like if I'm taking time to sow into you, I'm going to be attached to you. But when it's time to separate, it's like, wait a minute now. I done put so much time and effort into you. I've really kind of grown you up. I've brought you into this new person that you are. How do you differentiate that?
How do you differentiate? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like how do you deal with it?
That's where the boundaries come in at. Because I use myself for example. In the past, I don't know, let's just say the past 3-4 relationships, situationships, whatever. I've been the person that can recognize that person's potential and then just help them to become who they're supposed to be, while it's also draining me. Like they can give me the bare minimum of what I expect to keep me there, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, it's me giving more energy to them than they are to me, and that's not fair. So, if I am assigned to heal this person, and I recognize that, that's where I am. That's where I am enforcing my boundaries. So it's like, okay, I see that you have this issue, and I'm willing to help you with it. However, I need you to understand this is as far as I'm willing to go. I'll let you know that this is what I think that you should do. I'll help you in this capacity. But as far as anything that makes me uncomfortable or that causes me to give too much of myself, I can't do that. I can only give you what I have to give. So I think that's how you differentiate. If it's a person that, whether it's a platonic relationship, romantic, whatever, that's how you differentiate, because that's just the importance of knowing yourself. You know, that's the importance of knowing, like I keep saying, your boundaries, your energy. That's the importance of being single and getting to know yourself so that you know how to differentiate or how to maneuver between these different people. So if I'm meant to heal you in this aspect, I'll do that, but only to my level of comfortability. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I think we got to talk for a moment about friendships, right? Because in order to really, for me, in order to have a healthy relationship, there's got to be some level of friendship, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's got to be a friendship. And what I've noticed in just the one relationship that I really had is the friendship was so, shut up, David. The friendship was really lacking, right? And so there was this infatuation with us being in love and being in a relationship. But when it was hard to love you, I should still be able to fall back on a friendship.
Absolutely.
How much emphasis are you putting on your friendships and the friendships and the connections that you build with whomever it is you may be talking to? Are you, when you're having those conversations about what you're here for and what you're looking for, is being a friend one of those things that you're making mention of? Or are you like, listen, above all, Negro, I need you to be my friend. Homegirl, I need you to be my friend. Like,
my best friend.
Yeah, I haven't done that before, but I'm practicing it now, because I feel like it got to be something that I'm doing. So I'm just trying to like change a little bit the way I move when it comes to dating and talking to people. So I keep hearing that, you know, it's important to definitely have a friendship with the person that you're you know, in a relationship with. So that is something that's new for me. So how do you do that? Do y'all just start off as friends first and then like what? Or you just make sure you get along with the person, or like if y'all break up, y'all still be friends? I'm confused. Like
10 minutes in the text and I love you. So don't ask me. 10 minutes in the text and I love you. I want to know your ring size and what kind of car do you want to drive?
Oh God,
I don't I mean, I feel like you know, the quote unquote friendship does play a part, but I feel like we put too much emphasis on it. because if we love properly, that's not a hesitation. You know what I'm saying? I find out what makes you laugh. I find out what makes you angry, the inner, you know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, when God presented Eve to Adam, they had no time to become friends. They became one immediately. So I feel like we strayed away from the intentions of, this is bone of my bone. So we're getting into the friendship to find out if they're the right one, not immediately investigating the purpose of who they are in your life. So like even with my last relationship engagement, when I met her, I immediately knew who she was. I didn't pursue her because I was trying to find out. I pursued her because I knew. And so then it became, over time, I'm learning who you are. I'm investing.
You pursued her with purpose. Is that what you're saying?
I pursued her with purpose. Right. And so at the end of the day, because we've gotten so attached to, well, God has one person for me. No, he presents somebody to you and you choose them. And so he presented this, something that I liked, and I chose it. And we tried to make the necessary adjustments to make it work, but time does everything. And she's an amazing person, and I'm cool with everybody. I don't have any bad exes. Well, yeah, I don't have any bad exes. I don't have any bad relationships with none of them. And so at the end of the day, I still love them properly enough to where they did, I guess, dictate how I feel in a sense. And I feel like that comes with when we love God, right? I don't treat you right because, you're a woman. I treat you right because God has told me to treat my wife good, in a sense. So if you leave me or you do something dumb, my love was in God. So I'm still whole. I'm still, and that lets me know.
It does hurt. Like, you have to acknowledge that it does hurt, right? Like it's because I agree with you, right? I love people not so much because you're David or you're Kiera or you're Kelsey. I love you because I love Christ. And because Christ rests in me, there is a love within inside of me that is just free flowing. But in the one relationship that I count, it still hurt. Like, I love her to the ends of the earth, but it still hurt, right? Like it hurt.
I'm ignorant when it comes to that. I'm not hurt. So
I was hurt. It took me a year and a half to get over the hurt. Like, and even so much so, before transitioning into talking to someone else, there were still remnants of that hurt from a previous experience.
Right.
That still lingered, right? And so, you a little weird, so I could understand you not.
I think my thing is because I understand people change. I go into any form of relationship, whether it's a friendship or anything, I understand that something might happen between us that makes you look at me differently or makes you not want to be around. And everybody has their opinion. And so if you leave, I understand that. It's not that's my sister. That's a long message, but I like I said, I understand that. So it doesn't really hurt me more. So it's more so that it makes me search internally, like, what could I have done better? Because I know we spend so much time, especially after breakups, blaming the other person. No, what could I have done better to make that work? Is it my fault that it's over, or am I perfect and they made the mistake? Which that's never the case. But at the end of the day, I do a self-examination. And I'm not saying that people don't get hurt. People, what I'm saying? People do what they do. But I think we spend so much time putting our values and what we struggle with on other people, but that's not everybody's struggle.
Let's talk about this comment for a moment, because I think this comment is a little twofold, Krish, and I'm not Tori, I see you getting your sermons through these comments here. I just want you to know Passion Worship Center going to have to make a love offering for us being able to provide you with the contextual notes that you're going to use. Let's talk about this comment from Krish. Krish says men are naturally hunters. Women go in too hard and scare men off. Women, sisters, cousins. Let's talk about that for a moment. Do y'all
I can agree with that. With certain women, yeah. It's
Like, what's
because
going hard though?
I think that's true. What does she consider going hard? But I do think that she's probably referring to, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think she's probably referring to the fact that women, we're always taught to, not always, but essentially we've been taught that our value is based off of a man. So it's like when you at the family reunions and all these things, when you getting married, when you having kids, where your man at, all these other different things. So it's like when a lot of women get with a man or see that this is someone that they want to potentially date, or someone that they see a lifetime partnership with, or whatever the case may be, we just like, okay, so what do you want to do? Or, are we going to be in a relationship? Do you like me? I think that's what she's referring to, because it's like we want to know, but I think the way that we go about it, not we, but the way that some women go about it, it might be too much for men, because I think we come from two different perspectives, where a man might be just wanting to get to know. We're just in the back of our minds, it's like, okay, well, I want to get to know you, but I like you, but I need to know if you like me too. You know what I mean? I think it's just coming from two different perspectives. And when she says that men are natural hunters, just like David said, he gonna go after what he wants. So we tend to go after the men who don't really. We go after the men who don't be wanting us, or don't really be showing us the attention that we deserve. So that's when it comes off as like we're going too hard, or we're doing too much, because we're going after the dudes that's not hunting us. But the ones who are, it's like, I don't really know about you. You know what I mean? So I think it's just a disconnect there, and that could be what she's referring to.
But then I think the right man, if you're the aggressive woman, because they do exist, there's aggressive and there's passive. The right man isn't intimidated by you. So me, I'm quote unquote the hunter. So I'm not looking for a woman to come after me. I'm going after the woman. But that's not to say that there's not a woman who is the hunter, because nowadays they're more powerful than ever. We got a woman, you know what I'm saying? So they have the authority to get what they want now. And it's not to say that men are scared off. No, that's just not the right man for you. And like she said, we hunt what doesn't want us a lot of times. And I mean, use the word hunter. When you're hunting an animal don't want to die and get ate, So at the end of the day, it's all about, is that person even right for you? Because they're not going to be ran off if they're supposed to be with you. Right. And if they are, that just means you're just overly aggressive. You need to calm down. Right. So at the end of the day, like you said, it's just a balance, or it's you got to choose. Who are you? If you're the aggressive woman, you shouldn't go after a man because me personally, if you approach me trying to get me, or quote unquote, I lose interest immediately, because I feel as the man I should pursue you. That's just my opinion. Huh?
Are women doing that?
Yeah, women, definitely.
The women shooting their shot. I'm asking. I'm asking like I really don't know, but yeah,
right. Yeah. Shoot their shot, and there's nothing wrong with it. But if you shoot your shot at me, you miss, because I don't like that. And not to say I'm scared of you at all. I'm just 100% confident in what I want and what I like, that I don't have to worry about somebody who's about to waste my time.
I think we have to, first of all, I think it's important for single people to have open conversations just about single life, right? Because one, it encourages us to know that like we're not the only ones going through this crap show of an up and down emotional roller coaster, right? But then I also think it teaches us to realize that you got to continue to hold your weight and hold your value. Like you said, David, if a woman does not give me an opportunity to pursue her, or if I'm pursuing you and then you start coming at me with this aggressive foolishness, baby, you might as well exit stage right, because that's my job. Let me pursue. But then on the flip side of it, and it kind of goes back to kind of having that list and that expectations, we also kind of have to date outside the box. Like I did a project that I can't really talk about, but I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. And in the algorithms of the project, they said that I had a type, right? I don't think I have a type, but they said that I had a type. And so in having a type, there was this situation where they matched me with somebody that I would not normally match with. Like I would not pursue. Like she just wasn't it. But in having a conversation with her, I realized that she actually was most of the qualities that I desired, right? She was sweet. She was compassionate. She knew how to cook. She dressed herself well. She smelled good. But because of that physical appearance, it became a hindrance. And that hindrance would cause me to keep walking into situations that were toxic and no good for me. And so, Tori, you can mind your business. Tell me, you got a type. That physical persona did not really allow me to see the beauty in her. Unfortunately, we don't talk anymore. But I say all that to say, I know, Kiera, I'm trying to do better.
Please.
I'm trying. You might need a fat and ugly. Oh no, baby, I bind that spirit. I don't want nothing.
Who said that?
Receive it. Oh, bye.
It is binded. Won't nothing be fat and ugly over here. But I say all that to say, there's got to be a place where in your single walk, you start to explore things that you normally would not explore. Like it's like eating food. You eat the same thing over and over again. At some point, you're going to be like, you know what? Let me try this. I don't really know if I'm going to like it, but let me try this and see if I like it. And then, what the hell? You actually end up liking it. You know what I mean? There's just got to be a place where you're open and you see that. Let me ask you all this before we get ready to get out of here. First of all, I want all of you all to come back. We're not defining ugly, Father Ferg. I want all of you all to come back because I think even after the pandemic is over, even if you all get in relationships, I want to know the process. I want to talk about how you all have just kind of grown and have glowed up per se in your relationships. Wishing healthy relationships on all of you. Let's talk about what you are doing to prepare yourself for your next mate. What is this process like for you? Like, what are you doing, right? You don't necessarily have to tell me like what went wrong or the things that you feel like are broken, but what are you doing to prepare yourself for when that next person comes into your life? Not saying they're going to be the one, because you may date until you're like 60. Personally, I'm looking to like date till I'm like 100. But what is that process like for you right now? David, you just got out of a thing, and Kelsey, you just got out of a situationship. Kiera, you've had a couple of dates and things going on. So what are you like? What do you do? Are you taking yourself out on dates? Are you you're reaffirming yourself? Like, talk to me about that, because I think the other part of being single is when the loneliness kicks in, right? And so it's cute being single when I'm out with my homeboys or I'm out with my best friends and I can flirt with the waitress. You know what I mean? Or me and David, we got 2 twin sisters and we tag teaming them right there. But then when I go home,
you said I'll do that. Don't put him in that category. Would you leave David out of it?
Somebody dropped the pictures from yesterday. Anyway,
holiness is still right.
Holiness is always right. But what are you doing? How are you keeping yourself from falling into a place of loneliness? Because loneliness is scary. Loneliness is sad, and loneliness hurts, right? Loneliness does not feel good. So what are you doing to keep yourself out of that place of loneliness?
I mean, I'm doing all of the above, especially like what Kelsey said earlier, really trying to heal like past traumas and issues that I've experienced with other dudes that I've dated before. So working on that, and just enjoying being by myself. I feel like you have to be comfortable with being single. Like, yes, it gets lonely. Yes, we all want someone we all want our one person, but it's okay to be single as well. I just know for me, it's a certain standard that I want, because if I'm giving it to you, I definitely want to receive it back. So if you're not giving it, then, don't settle. Definitely don't settle. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm guilty of doing that with previous relationships. So you just got to get to know what you want, what you like, shoot, like you said, take yourself out on dates, find a new hobby, hang out with friends. Like I said, we're doing this whole Valentine's thing for Valentine's Day. Like, it's okay. It's not the end of the world to be by yourself. Get a dog. Like, it's okay. It's okay. And just work on yourself. Yeah, so you can be whole and you don't have to bring in past relationship issues into the new relationship. So I would say that's definitely important. Healing like your traumas and issues that you've experienced before.
Yeah, I think I already pretty much said everything that I'm doing, and is everything that you said and what Kiera just said too. Taking myself out on dates, I love doing that. Love going to restaurants by myself, reading a book, getting my nails done, pampering myself. All of these different type of things. I buy myself flowers every week because I love flowers. Therapy, self-development, all of these different types of things, so that I won't take any past traumas or any emotional baggage into my next relationship, and just making sure that I am a reflection of what I want in my partner.
David,
that's what they said.
You
it's
take
a great
yourself
book, Miles Monroe.
You take yourself to get your nails done, David?
Yeah, you know, no, I work too much to get them done.
What about flowers?
Like they said, no, I don't need flowers either. Like I said, you know, like it's a great book for singles. Dr. Miles Monroe, Single, Married, and Life After Divorce. He talks about how it is not a single problem that you struggle with; it's a lonely problem. And if you can deal with that, you know, like they said, work on ourselves and become whole and heal from all the past hurt and stuff like that. I think that you, like you said, to be a reflection of what you want. You don't want somebody who's half, you want a whole. So at the end of the day, if you don't take the necessary time to do that, then you won't be able, I guess you won't receive it in a sense. I guess that's the right way to say it. Because everybody knows me before my last engagement or relationship or whatever, I never wanted to be in one, like a relationship at all.
It actually,
because I was so content within myself. Like taking myself, you know, I don't do 4 for 4. I'm expensive. So taking myself on dates, like you said, you know, spending time going places. Also, knowing who's around me, because that's a big thing as well. I think, you know, we may have scared Xavier's anyway. But knowing who's involved around me, so to know what type of person I bring in, are they gonna fit, quote unquote, my church, XYZ, all that stuff. I think all of that takes it to a part of becoming whole, in a sense, to be able to be suitable for someone else.
That's a real one, being suitable. You know, I again, I echo all of the sentiments that you all have shared, because loneliness does creep in. And I think the only way that you combat it is to literally pick yourself up and get out there and just try something different. You know, not doing it because you want to impress a woman, not doing it because you want to impress a man, or you want this man in particular to look at you. You do it because you enjoy it, right? And because you enjoy it, that will naturally become attractive to whomever is looking to pursue you, or whomever you're looking to pursue. You know, one of my favorite things is I love wearing cologne and oils. And so in the industry that I work in, I don't have to say a whole lot to you. I could walk past you and you're going to smell me, and that smell lingers. You know what I mean? And I don't do it for you to enjoy it. I do it because when I walk back into the room, I want to say, dang, I smell really good. Like I'm turned on by myself, per se, you know? And so I'm like, okay, if I know that I got it, oh baby, you already can recognize that I got it. So you know, I ain't got to wait on you to sit here and be like, okay, so what's your name? Nah, you see me, you understand. So let me again say, first of all, I'm very grateful for David and Kiera for returning back to the show, because Zave's Corner can be a little gruesome at times, because I'm gonna ask some questions. Kelsey for hanging with us. And now you gotta come back, because Miss I don't talk to people. You gotta come back now. But you know, I'm definitely praying that as love is looking to come to your front door, my prayer is that love will already meet the love within inside of you, and that you will continue to radiate your self-love, and that your journey will be a journey of joy, right? Being single should not be a journey of misery or of loneliness or anger or pain. It should really be a journey of joy, right? You should wake up and be excited that somebody's going to have the opportunity to get to know you, or that you're going to have the opportunity to pursue somebody, and that somebody's going to appreciate those little quirky things about you that most people don't understand, And so I think those are truly the beautiful aspects of who each and every one of you all are. And of course, as always, because I love each and every one of you, whoever you all decide to bring into your life, just know I got a 9mm that's waiting on them.
Oh God.
You, Uncle Billy, my daddy,
the whole gang. Pray, Devontae, everybody, and
all of them.
whoever the woman is that enters David's life this
Pray
time.
for her.
No, honey, Jesus, I can't even get my words together. Whoever the woman is that enters either one of our lives, obviously the one that entered Friday night. Listen, I'm so glad that
No, she wasn't. We told them when she walked out.
I wish I was there.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes, I do, because now I want to. Oh God.
You were invited, but you didn't come.
Ride back.
He was in Snellville.
Ever. It was the quietest 55-minute ride back to Snellville, and it wasn't even no goodbye hug. It was a get home safely, and then I got the text the next morning. It's not you, it's me. JK.
It's okay, friend. It just wasn't it. It just wasn't.
Oh, baby, don't worry about it. I had a date yesterday morning. So anyway, thank you so much.
Exactly. On to the next.
Listen, thank y'all so much for coming to Zave's Corner. To all my faithful watchers, thank you all for tuning in. Listen, like I said, next week I'm sitting down with my first love. I know that you're gonna want to be here to figure out who it is and know it.
I know who it is.
Honey, well, I've only been in one relationship, and it's not her. We don't count anything else after 2018. So anyway, no, we don't count anything after 2018. That's going over your head. It's okay. Listen, we got to get out of here, folks. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. Listen, if you don't do anything else, all right, do your best, do the right thing, but be love. Show the world a greater love. All right. Love y'all so much. We'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Oh,